So, you and your friends have done it all. You've beaten the Ender Dragon, built massive bases all around your world, and strip-mined enough diamonds to crash the global economy. You log onto your shared server with your friends, look around the familiar blocky world, and you all feel it. The quiet sense of feeling done. You think you've mastered Minecraft, but what if I told you that your greatest adventure is still out there and you just barely scratched that surface? Today, I'm going to be showing you the best mods that will transform your server into a hardcore challenge of epic dungeons, terrifying new bosses, and insane loot, pushing your teamwork, maybe your friendships, to the limit. These aren't just little tweaks, we're talking about total overhauls that make you feel like you're playing a brand new game. So gather your friends, because after this, your server will never be the same. So let's get right into it. Before we dive into our epic adventures in Minecraft, we have to fix the most annoying thing about Minecraft multiplayer. Just getting everybody online. We all have been there, the nightmare of setting up a dedicated server, wrestling with that port forwarding, and just trying to get your friends to join you. Feels like it's the fastest way to kill the vibes before you even join the world. This is where our first mod comes in, and honestly, it's one of the best ones and it's one of my favorites, and I've used this mod a lot. It's called the Essential mod. Basically changes how you connect with friends, and it's pretty simple. You host your single player world and invite your friends to join directly. Of course, this is with just a couple of clicks, no servers, no fees, and no headaches. Now think about what that means. You can build your perfect modded world with all the crazy stuff we're about to cover, and you're ready just like that. Open your social menu, send an invite, and boom, they're already in. Without a doubt, this is the best way to play Minecraft, modded Minecraft, and that. With that, it also adds an in-game friends list, chat, and even cosmetics. And good part about this mod, it's free. Our next mod, which is basically one of the best quality of life mods that you should install, but let's say you have a bunch of mods already and you're ready to play, but you open your inventory and you're just like, what the? You're overwhelmed, hundreds of new items, and you have no idea what to do or how to craft them. And this is just a normal problem that all servers faces, and all your friends begin all tabbing, trying to find what was this, does that, or that, but asking a bunch of questions, and it just gets real annoying at times. So this is where JUI comes in, or just enough items. Comes your best friend. It's an interactive in-game encyclopedia for every single item in your modern Minecraft. With JUI installed, a new panel appears next to your inventory, showing everything you can possibly craft or find. You click on any item to see its recipe, right-click where it's used, and best of all, it's a free mod that you should definitely check out, and gets rid of the problems of how do I make this, how do I find this, and you can just focus on, well, getting the items that you need, and you don't have to feel frustrated because you don't have to leave your game at all or alt tab. It's just right there for you to look, search for the items you need, because JUI is a pretty good mod and you should definitely get this for your Minecraft world with your friends. The most stressful moment in multiplayer Minecraft is just that, well, you've died and, well, you're miles away from home and deep underground. Inventory is just full of hard work gear. Now you're in a frantic trying to get back to your spot before that, it despawns and stuff. So this is where another quality of life mod that, well, really helps with that experience. The corpse mod, or well, I've been calling it corpse mod, but it's really called the graveyard mod, which basically adds in a simple addition that saves your items, but also your friendships, so you're not yelling at your friends half the time, because I know you're probably going to be yelling at your friends a lot. But when you die, this mod leaves a corpse in your place, holding every single item you were carrying, and this corpse never despawns. It waits for you to come back and retrieve your gear, even if you take a really long time. This completely removes the anxiety of death in your multiplayer setting, and your friends can just focus on, well, clearing out the monsters that may have killed you and having to scramble to protect your drop gear, so your friends don't steal your items or pick your stuff up. Your items are in a corpse that has been created while you're going to go try to get your items back, so you can know that your items are safe and secure in that corpse of yours. So this mod even tells you the exact coordination of your death, making the journey back to a simple task and less of a headache. The next mod we're going to go over, and it also solves the biggest headaches of all time, Journeys map. Basically, if you're ever having trouble trying to find your friend, or your friends found something cool, they mark some coordinates but you don't know where it is, and well, they also tell you it's next to some mountains, forests, and you're just like, what? But this mod basically adds in a mini map and as well as a real-time map for you to explore as it fills in the details of the landscape. And the cool part is that it shows all players on the map. You can also see where your friends are, eliminating any confusion. Even better, you can create a waypoint to see where your entire team is, find a village, waypoint it, find a cool biome, waypoint it, entrance to a dungeon, waypoint it, and just mark it. Everyone on the map, and the server can see it. So no more issues, no more confusing direction, and just easy cooperation. The next mod we're gonna go over basically solves the #1 issue. You map the world, build bases, and now you're miles apart. And you just want to get together, but it takes way too long, and maybe your friends are fighting a boss, but they're also way too far as well. Well, here's the thing. We're gonna have Waystones. Waystones basically has craftable teleportation stone that lets you place them all around your world, places like your base, your friend's base, or your favorite mining spot. Or you found something cool, place a waystone and go back home. As long as you have that waystone activated and your friends have that activated, you'll be able to teleport to that waystone as long as there are 2 waystones connected. And well, you'll never be lost again, because well, you're stuck down in the mountain or in a cave and you want to get home. Fastest way to do that with Waystone, just place it down and go back home easily. Next mod we're gonna go over is simple voice chat. Basically, if you don't want to use Discord, simple voice chat adds in a high proximity based voice chat directly into Minecraft. Concept is pretty simple and cool. You can hear your friends when they are near, or well, if their voices fade away as they move away. It's incredibly intuitive and adds a massive layer of realism, strict depth to your adventures. Imagine hearing your friend's voice gets louder as they run over a hill to help you out, or whispering to a coordinate and sneak attack a monster-filled dungeon. You can talk to your team without ever having to leave the game. It makes communication pretty simple and seamless. It's a mod that you should definitely add as well, if you want to add it, as long as you have friends to talk to, of course. And it's easier to use than having Discord or any voice chat system. Well, you found a massive dungeon, fought your ways through hordes of monsters, you see the treasure room, fill the chest, and well, that one problem is that your friends take all the good loot and now you just find chests full of just random items, and well, now you're just mad because they took all the good stuff, and now you're just like sitting there like, wow, I worked all that hard work and now my items are gone, all the good stuff are gone. But anyways, LootR basically comes in and adds in like one fundamental change. It makes all chests unique for every player. When you open a loot chest, the game generates a personal inventory just for you. You and your friends can't have the exact same chest, and you get your own set of loot. So no more racing to see who gets the best loot, and well, saves you having to like yell at your friends all the time because they stole your items, and you get to have your own items, and it's loot based, so it's pretty cool. Talked about this mod a lot, but basically, if your inventory is full, and it's always the problem with all inventories, having this mod is basically really amazing. Traveler's Backpack, basically an extra inventory space in your inventory. Extra chests you can carry around. It's basically a game changer for group exploration. At its core, it gives you tons of extra storage, but it also gives you a way to have integrated tools. You can swap between tools. Backpack has 2 crafting grids, one for your crafting table and for your friends whenever they want to craft something. So it's basically a workbench for you and your friends. Even gets better. Traveling Backpack comes with 2 huge fluid tanks, like you can fill one with water, one with lava, basically a portable ocean and a bucket of hot lava. Backpack sits on your back and freeing up precious inventory space and having dedicated spot for your tools, and you can actually see your friends have that backpack, and because there's a bunch of cool backpacks in the game, and it cuts the boring, tedious trips back to your house, having to clear inventory out. Another mod on our list we're going to talk about is when dungeons arise. Basically, Dungeons Arise adds in these huge, massive mine complex dungeons into your world, talking about fortresses, skyscrapers, and just, well, underground cities maybe. Heavily guarded with mobs and unique but custom bosses, and also has amazing loot for you and your friends to have and explore. Basically, these dungeons are pretty big for group adventures, and well, they're pretty complex. You need to stay filled with traps and puzzles and stuff that you and your friends to explore. So basically, When Dungeons Arise is basically a mod that adds in dungeons and has cool loot inside all around your world. The next mod we're going to talk about enhances the vanilla Minecraft experience with, not just adding a bunch of new creatures, but also improves how vanilla Minecraft is with just classic mobs, and you can just feel it being boring at times. Alex mobs basically adds in new creatures, not just lazy reskins, but each mob is animated with unique behaviors and drops that makes every biome feel rich. Mods adds in a bunch of savanna creatures like crocodiles, elephants, lions, seagulls, or raccoons, but also adds in a bunch of dangerous creatures like centipedes and bone serpents, basically, and also has this one custom cool boss you get to fight in Alex mobs as well. So Alex mobs basically fills in that void in your world with a bunch of cool mobs and creatures you get to see maybe in real life, or custom mobs you may have to fight along in your world. Another mod we can talk about, which basically adds in a bunch of mythological monsters and medieval creatures, ice, fire, and dragons. Basically a mod adds in, not only just dragons, but other mythical creatures, structures, and new items for you to craft in this mod. Basically, you get to have a dragon hunt in your friendly Minecraft survival world, where not only having to fight these medieval creatures, but you also have to fight dragons. So the reward is that you get to craft some of the best armor, best weapons, and the dragon egg for you to hatch your own pretty cool dragon for you. Adding new mobs and dungeons makes the world feel more dangerous, but why not make the world feel more beautiful and more surprising? Eventually, you get to see the same old forests and desert biomes seen 1,000 times, but why not see something new? Enter the Biomes O Plenty, legendary mod that adds in 50 new biomes to the game. Now your world is more vast, breathtaking, and new landscapes for you to explore. Well, the mod itself, exploration is its own reward. Simply the act of traveling, wandering new worlds, it just feels perfect and breathtaking. Imagine you're just building a fortress in like the Redwoods forest, or you're building you're building stuff. It's Biomes O Plenty adds a bunch of new biomes for you to explore for you and your friends. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far and enjoying all the new mods I've been talking about, why not do me a favor? Hit that subscribe button. Always posting videos like these, showing off the best ways to keep your Minecraft experience fresh and exciting. And let me know in the comments what's your absolute favorite mod to play with your friends. I'm always looking for new recommendations, and let's get right into it again. Now, we've talked about where you go or what you find, but how about how you fight? Let's be basic. Minecraft combat system is pretty simple. Just mouse clicking, spam, and such. Well, why not make fighting a bit better? This is where, better combat comes in and just inspires systems in games like Minecraft Dungeons, revamps melee fighting. Basically, it changes the animation how you fight. With just a simple arm swing, every weapon has a unique animation, a real swing, and you no longer have to aim your cursor. Now your weapon has a real presence, and anything it hits takes damage. This makes crowd controls an accurate strategy. Your friend swings a giant axe, or you're dual wielding, or you just basically the better combat just adds in unique animations to like weapons. Now that we have just overhauled combat with just better combat, something to add with just better combat with just using the same old sword and axe. Now we get to have a variety of arsenals of different weapons. Simple Swords basically does that. Mod that adds in a bunch of cool weapons like swords, spears, twin blades, claymores, chakrams, and so much more. Each weapon is different, has its own status and attack style. Some swings faster than others, some has longer reach, and some are just two-handed weapons. Adds in a bunch of cool weapons and stuff, so combining this with better combat makes the game so much better, since now you have not only new weapons, but you also have better animations for those weapons. And swords and bows are pretty cool, but why not get into some arcane and some magic, becoming powerful wizards? Ars Nouveau, I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that, is a deep magic mod that lets you do exactly that. Craft your own custom spells from scratch, can buy components to craft spells that fit your needs, and a simple projectile of just shooting huge fireballs or just summon creatures or such things. This is where multiplayer gets interesting. Your friends can, well, basically become wizards and just have a bunch of defensive spells or a bunch of like support spells, but a bunch of magic for you to have fun with. Adventures are great. The multiplayer world is also great, but you know, food in Minecraft is just pretty bland and boring. You get the regular pork chops, beef, some wheat to make it to bread and stuff, but you know, it's lacking something more. Farmer's Delight changes all that by adding farming, and not only just farming but cooking, which feels pretty rewarding. Mod adds in a bunch of new crops from tomatoes, onions to rice, and introduces new cooking tools like the kitchen knife, stove, and cookie pots. With these, your friends and yourself included can make these cool meals for you and your ventures, and it's a perfect mod for just, you know, regular base life if you want to slow down and just cook in Minecraft and just farm new crops and stuff. And these crops also gives you buffs and fights, so they also give you like fulfilling things in Minecraft, so they're pretty good to have. Farmer's Delight is a pretty cool map. Adventuring's pretty cool, it's pretty epic. We added a bunch of cool stuff and mods are looking pretty nice, but don't you want to get more creative? You know, redstone itself, you know, making redstone machines pretty, you know, they're pretty brand, but they're not that great. They're not, you want something that feels alive, something that makes the base moving. So the crate mod. Basically, the crate mod is a technology mod like any other. It's not just wires and pipes, but it's about rotational power, kinetic energy, and just beautifully animated contraptions. Build massive water wheels, spinning gearboxes, and conveyor belt systems to automate everything from farming and to mining to complex crafting recipes. This is the ultimate building mod for you and your friends, so you can maybe want to build an automated factory together, because you know, engineering is pretty cool and you just want to build huge factories in your Minecraft world. So far, we've talked about mods that enhance the world already. We added a bunch of cool new stuff, but are you guys ready for a new challenge? Something that's just not only harder, but you go to a new world, a new dimension. Thus, we'll be going into the Twlight Forest. This mod, well, everyone heard about the Twlight Forest, but this mod basically adds a new dimension to Minecraft. A realm that's like the Twilight Forest, a giant of trees, breathtaking views, and such. It's basically you build a magic portal, a 2x2, pool of water surrounded by flowers, toss a diamond in, and the moment that lightning strikes, you can begin your journey into the Twilight Forest. The Twilight Forest is all about progression. The dimension is ruled with a series of epic bosses, of more medieval creatures you'll ever see, more complex than the next. You can't just go fight the final boss. You have to defeat bosses in order to unlock new areas of the forest. This structure makes a perfect way to play multiplayer Minecraft with your friends, because it forces you and your friends to explore and fight these bosses, and basically transforms Minecraft into this co-op adventure, co-op RPG, because you push to the unknown as you fight these bosses. And yeah, and it's all in general a very cool mod to have, and a final mod to add to your list. So there you have it. From essential quality of life fixes like Journey Map and LootR to game-changing systems like Create and Ars Nouveau, these mods can completely reinvent your Minecraft server. They take the game you and your friends already love and make it better. For a new challenge for you to overcome, and moments that feel really great with your friends. Whether you add epic dungeons, terrifying dragons, or become powerful mages and build that awesome automated factory, or you just want to enjoy a fair way to explore and loot together, the goal is the same: to make memories with your friends. Because the real magic of Minecraft is that it's always have been playing with your friends, and these mods make that happen. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. All the links for the mods are down in the description. Now go grab your friends and build that world you'll never want to leave. Sniffle out.
With our feet on the ground, and we will talk. With our head in the clouds, and we will walk. With our feet on the ground.